Welcome to the channel. We'll dive straight in with Tim on this V2, hip square using the starting hold as an undercling. He leans onto the volume, raising his right foot, reaching for the side pull and then raising his left foot, very methodical. Crosses over with his left hand to secure the side pull on the volume, moving his weight over his feet now, stabbing his right out wide, reaching for the rail. He looks back seeking placement for that left foot, finding the side pull he pushes to match to the rail, dropping his left before reaching the top green edge, crossing feet now with the right flag, feeling around the top cube, but does a short burst to one of the finishing holds. Super clean. My hips slightly off, facing the wrong way here, leaning back to grab the pinch. Good thing I'm on my toes so I can pivot, securing the side pull, turn the pinch into a side pull as well, raising my right, matching with a quick burst to the volume side pull, weight over the legs now, stabbing the right out far. Fuck's sakes, is that what my ass looks like? Not very slender. Dropping my left under my body, falling to the rail to match. Going straight up to the large green edge, raising my left foot and establishing a rather weak toe hook on that volume with my right, matching the edge, bumping right to the cube, left under the cube, out to the left, heaving through to the top. Trai with his hips square to the wall, securing the pinch, pressing with his right hand, he moves his right to the dubious foot chip, right up to the side pull, left toe hugging the volume so he can move his left hand atop the volume, right foot onto the starting hold, pressing up through his left arm while locking off the side pull. Does some fancy footwork, bumps through to the pinch, reaching overhead to the volume side pull, some more fancy footwork. He shakes out that right arm from the side pull lock off, shifting his weight onto the legs, slight pivots with the feet to increase his reach to that rail. Beautiful foot swap, similar beta to me now, dropping the left under his weight so he can fall into a match on the rail. Opts for the smaller edge, bumps to the bigger one, walking his feet up, fiddling around to see what's comfortable. Cuts legs as he secures the top. Tom now, hips square to the wall, straight up to the side pull and volume press. Right foot up, really pressing that volume, making it easy to secure the volume side pull. Swapping feet, really pivoting that foot through layers of chalk for some friction. Moving onward. Weight into the corner, stabs the right foot before going to the rail. Similar beta to Trai and myself here. Matching the rail with that left dropped. Going up to the big green edge, working his feet up as he still has that rail secure with his left. And heaving through to the top. Go climb something. Do the orange. Jesus Christ. The root setters are only telling us where to put our left and right hands now. Your feet can just go wherever, including the grey volumes. So an undercling and overhead pull to start, shifting his hands up the side of the cube, flagging with his right foot while reaching out to the sloper, raising the right foot then the left, falling to the undercling and matching, finds the tiny screw on the other side of that cube, crossing feet and then stepping onto the sloper with his left, flagging right to release the undercling and slapping that cube, darting with his left to the final pocket. Tim with double undercling then goes up, walks his hands over the cube, shifting his weight onto the left foot to reach that sloper pinch, walking his feet up, falling to the undercling, matching and using momentum to raise his right foot all in one motion onto the cube, left onto the crimp, steps onto the sloper and secures the top cube, flagging right to lunge for the top pocket, and a fancy drop knee to finish.
Come on, man.
Undercling and overhead, see how compressed I am trying to shift my weight onto that left foot early, getting the sloper but not liking it, it's sort of a slopey pinch. Walking up, fall to the undercling, some deja vu, matching and then finding the screw on, I thought it was green and used it for the previous climb, my bad. The boys let me know it's on. This is not recommended. By stabbing the left foot out first, I'm working against myself to top out here. Just go with the right foot flag and reach for the pocket first. Trai now, yin yang start, over and under, cuts feet to raise his left, right flag and working up the cube to reach for the sloper. Tim in the back there with the cheeky knee bar on his V7 project. Back to Trai, extending up to match that undercling. A really brave foot swap them. Trai has a knack for them. Extending to match the undercling. Gets the crimp, crossover with the feet and pushing up against the wall to raise his foot. Slapping the top cube a couple times for good measure. Wow. Imitating Tim's drop knee to top out. Josh with the yin-yang start, Tim being the only exception, working his hands up, feeling around the terrible slope of pinch. Foot on the bottom hold, crossing over, hips against the wall. Eyeing off that undercling. Boom, secured. Feels for the crimp, similar beta to the other fellas here. Flagging right works his hand up the cube. Left foot for stability and he can now match the pocket. I had not scoped this out apart from seeing Tim try this awesome dyno into a Gaston, so I left the gym music in for this due to the fortuitous timing of the bass drop while landing a dyno. Isn't that the dream? Doing something awesome when the bass drops? So I managed to stay on, see how still the body becomes top down like a wave from the arms. Helps to actually look at climbs before getting on them, because from here on out I'm just seeing what feels right. As I often don't follow my own advice, I had no idea where the holds were. Could have maybe pressed on the left of that cube with my foot. Lots of burnt energy here, rearranging holds, shifting weight, so moral of the story is look at what you're climbing before you climb it. Stepping up serial bumps and laughing off the paint me like a French girl heel hook finish. Trai with a big move to the first jugs, trying to find a place for those feet, pretty stable there. Going right to the undercling and left to top the cube, swapping feet, hugging it now, foot swap. Step up into the side pull, bumping to the first jug, endurance being tested here. Foot swap into a right flag and pulling through to the top. Tim with an undercling on the starting hold, reaching wide with his right, quick jump, locking off that right and left, smoothly controlling the swing by planting his left foot on the volume, cuts feet to skewer the next jug, grabbing that cube and planting a right heel hook on the jug, freeing his right hand for the undercling. Notice how he works his legs up early to assist in the compression, opening his hips and securing the side pull again with the step up before getting the top out. Tim on the side pull, a fancy walkthrough, dropping his weight onto the legs, reaching for a crimp before crossing over right-handed to the rail, walks his feet up high before matching the rail, laddering through the next rail and subsequent crimps, dropping the left leg, keeping it into the wall so he can reach the next positive edge and breezing to the finish. Ryan going high with the feet, matching that side pull, drops to the first crimp, crosses over to the next rail, hips in, sinking onto that left foot, he quickly matches the rail and works his way through the middle section, dropping the left foot to reach the next edge, crossing over to the crimp so he can rock over to top out. I go into the side pull, a foot swap and a high left, dynamically going to the next rail, quickly working my hands and feet up. confusing myself as I drop the left foot, a common theme with this boulder. Opening the hips, lock off the right hand to cross under and top out. Josh with a big crossover, twisting his hips past the wall and walking straight over to the far foothold, locking off his left arm, who matches the rail, left to a crimp, reaching up with his right. Tim there again projecting. Josh matches before stepping up and laddering to the next rail. Reaching for the first crimp, hips twisted past the wall to cross over. He pivots back with his left, opening up the hips now so he can cross his left leg and flag with the right to top out. Leon matching his feet, going low seems to feel better for him. Trying to crimp the foothold. Click here to see Tim using this to dyno into a Gaston. Leon deciding to go low, trying to keep straight arms here on the rail, gets a crimp, shifts his weight towards the first rail, pressing into the left foot, crosses over to the rail, saving energy with that straight arm as he works his feet up, manages to match with the right flag, foot swap and a left flag to skewer the next rail. The high right foot keeping him stable, reaching through to one of the crimps, using the foot chip while dropping the left leg, bumping through. Similar finish to Josh and I the first time we did it. I also had a far right flag. Cheers for watching. Remember to like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you want to see more. See you in the next one.